Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm recording this the night of Christmas. Not Christmas Eve, the day after. Anyway, we're on Sonic High School, Chapter 13. A cool car raced through the city streets. Brrr, said the car, as it went down the big street with lots of other cars on it. The city was full of buildings and lights and other things, like places, like McDonald's. It actually says that. Comma, shouted a car. It was just, it's literally parentheses, comma, in parentheses. Shouted a car as it went back and forth, going between the other cars. It did not have to wait in traffic. The cars playing techno and rock and roll music. Techno is short for technology. Reek! Yelled the car, doing a big turn in the city intersection. Okay. Location update on Ultra Chaos Emeralds, said the driver of the car. The car screen blinked to a different things, and then, in a robot voice, said, "Beep beep, Ultra Chaos Emerald getting closer." It's just Shadow. Shadow looked at the map screen and then drove faster towards the red dot, which is where the last Ultra Chaos Emerald was. Beep beep, beep beep, said the car, in a robot voice, as Shadow got closer to the dot while driving to his car. It was just around the corner now. Shadow did another fast turn at this intersection, and right to where the red dot was in the map. Beep, 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 screamed the car in a robot voice, as his car, dot, and the Ultra Chaos Emerald on the map moved closer to each other. In the real world, Shadow pulled up to the curb, and there was a couple of gangmen. "Thanks, Omega," said Shadow as he hopped out of the car, which was black and red, onto the dark city street. Oh, this is an edgy chapter, you guys. He looked at the blacks standing. Oh my God! Woo! Standing there, and they look dangerous. Oh, what the fuck am I reading? Shadow knew they had the Ultra Chaos Emerald. Shadow took out a gun and pointed it at this just keeps getting worse at them and said, "Give me the last Ultra Chaos Emerald." They looked surprised and startled. They checked their pockets while they were doing that. The gun became used, and Shadow shot all three of them, and now they were dead. And Shadow reached in the middle of one pocket and found what he had come for, the last Ultra Chaos Emerald. They were like the regular Chaos Emeralds, but more powerful, and a secret until they were found out. That's generally how secrets go. Shadow hopped back into his car, Omega the robot car, and said, I got it. Now I can use one wish. To come true. I'm going to think about what I'll use it on before I use it." I like to imagine, since I'm doing little voices for these characters, that when they read this terrible dialogue and I have to pause to reread it, it's literally them. Like, I don't know, I just got this image in my head of Shadow saying that, and then pausing, and then looking into the camera like, are you fucking serious? And then continuing with his dialogue. Shadow looked at the map and said, "Give me directions to Hamburger Restaurant." That is capitalized. Hamburger Restaurant is a place, apparently. Omega changed some screens, and it said, in a robot voice, "Beep boop bop. Hamburger Restaurant, location found. It's over here." And Shadow looked where the dot was, and it was right nearby, so Shadow drove there with more loud sounds. Shadow went to the drive-thru and got hamburger and fries. These are capitalized. And sat in the parking lot in Omega and ate it. "This is great. I love this place. It is always the place that I love to come to after I finish a crime." Okay, said Shadow, darkly. Because he's dark and it's edgy. Omega did not need food, because he was a robot shaped into a car. Shadow finished eating and threw away the garbage into Omega's trash hole, where he turned litter into gasoline, which was useful. then Shadow took his penis out. I was wondering we were going to get to that. "Hey, Omega, check this out," said Shadow, laughing as he took his big, neat, hard penis and stuck it into Omega's trash hole. That's pretty neat. Unrecognized item in trash hole. Error, said Omega. That's my penis, man, said Shadow to Omega. Penis is not trash. Not allowed in trash hole, said Omega to Shadow. Shadow couldn't fit all of his big, strong penis into Omega's trash hole anyway, so he took it out and gave Omega a taste of his balls. Holy shit. Omega did not recognize Shadow's balls as trash either, which was good, and then Shadow put his balls back and started to drive off with his hand still on his penis. What the fuck is going on in this story? Where's Silver's house? Said Shadow to Omega while he rubbed really quickly and hard on his penis with one hand while driving with the other. He's just jerking off and driving down the road. Omega updated the map and showed where Silver's house was on the other side of the Dark City, and Shadow kept empowering his penis with his one hand and drove faster and more dangerously. Soon his penis was so big he could hardly see in front of him anymore. It's just growing like the Blob. And he was zigzagging across the street trying to keep both his penis and his car in his control. What the fuck am I reading? And he put both hands on his penis and made it do all sorts of things until he was done, and his penis redecorated the inside of Omega with white curtains. Oh my god. Just so you know, that's my semen, said Shadow to Omega. Omega knew that already. Shadow put both of his hands back on the steering wheel and drove faster, but suddenly some loud sounds and flashing lights came up behind him. Whack, 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 the police is following you. Said Omega. Shadow decided to follow the laws and stopped his car in the street and waited for the police to come over to him. Shadow's penis was still big, though, so he tucked it under his leg on the right and it stuck up in the middle of Omega in the car, and Shadow put his hand on it. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. The police came to the front window of Omega and looked at Shadow inside. Cool vehicle, said the police. Thanks, said Shadow to the police. Back. Okay, do you know that you were breaking the law by going that fast back and forth on the street, said the police to Shadow, sounding more like Miss Lesson than a real person. Wow, okay. Shit. Yeah, I do, said Shadow, and he patted his hand on his penis in the middle of the front of the car. Sir, take your hand off the gear stick in the middle of the car now, said the police to Shadow. Shadow looked at the police and then laughed and said, this is not a gear stick, that's my penis. And then he drove off before the police could say anything or even react at all. You have broken another law, said Omega to Shadow. Shadow laughed because he could see the police far behind him, giving up and going to look for an easier criminal. Yeah, they just give up. Now, said Shadow, let's go get Silver's house. Let's go get Silver's house. Okay. Shadow drove the car fast to Silver's house on the other side of the city, and when he got there, he braked the car so hard that the sound made was like hearing the world's largest bird get punched in his tummy. Okay. Shadow honked the horn, and when he finished honking, he honked the horn again, and Silver jumped out the window and in the street and the side of Omega, just landing right next to him. Hey, Shadow, I don't know what Silver sounds like. Hey, Shadow, thanks for the ride, said Silver. Cool curtains you put up. Shadow laughed and said, no problem. Now, if I don't hurry up by driving fast, you'll be late for the play. Are they like legitimate curtains? Like this isn't just some kind of metaphor? He just came curtains. Okay. Silver said, do not worry, we will be there in time. Silver was a big role in the play, but he was not a huge gay like not a huge gay like Charmy Bee. Silver was kind of like Sonic, but less fast. Sonic also had the best morals, and maybe Silver dressed better, but that was kind of gay too. What the fuck? Silver did have this big hair thing in the front that looked like a marijuana. Hold on. Marijuana. Marowanna. Marijuana. Though, so maybe Sonic was better at being stylish anyway. It's hard to tell because Silver lived in the city, which is kind of far away from high school. Shadow stepped on the gases, all of them, and the car went away through the city into the moonlight and towards it out of the city to high school. Jesus. Okay. That's the end of this chapter, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Come back next time and we'll read more of this. Bye.